Call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of Well. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters, students, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. I said it 3 freaking videos in a row. If you are blessed with this understanding, you don't know, none of us truly know how blessed we are to have this understanding. Because God told me, and this is coming from a former Christian. Now, I've always had the gift of faith and belief. I just couldn't articulate it. Okay, especially, and you're not going to be able to articulate it if you are still into Christianity. You are a brain dead fool given to your own delusion. The Lord wanted you to fall. Ponder on that. So we're back at this again. And I thought this was every couple years they talk about some sort of rapture, right? And I thought this was a parody when I saw it. But no, these dumbass Christians are serious. They are deadly serious to the point where people are giving up, quitting their jobs, selling their cars. And I'm like, how can I run into one of these folks? Like, you ain't gonna need it, man. Just name me as a beneficiary since she ain't gonna be here. I'm gonna need a little coins while I'm here, right? I'm telling you, if you have the understanding, if you are blessed with it, cherish it. It is a gift. It's an invaluable gift. Furthermore, an act of mercy, an extension of mercy, because the Lord wanted you to see, hear, understand, and correct yourself. Okay, and most of the Christians love to go to the 1 Corinthians, the 15 and 52. So let's go to that real quick. Actually, no, I want to keep it on 2nd Ezra 13 because this is talking about Yahushua. I'll read it here. All right, when they're talking about the changing in the twinkling of an eye, right? In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Okay, so for one, that is being raised. All right, so you're going into the martyrs that were, killed, those who, or should I say, unjustly murdered, who stood so stiffly for the name. And then furthermore, what about the third woe? What about the mandatory implementation of the injectable for detectable? All of these things have to happen before the return of Yahushai. Okay? It comes as in birth pains. So it's like you'll hear wars and rumors of wars. You're going to hear earthquakes in diverse places. All of these things have to come to pass before the return of Yahushai. Also, neighbor got to invade neighbor, city against city. All of these things have to happen. But that is for those who are learned. That is for those who have the eyes to see and ears to hear. So I'm going to let you, there's a couple of videos actually. We're going to let these play and yeah, just be grateful. After you see this, whoever happens to see this, you better fall on your knees and give the glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that you are blessed with the understanding. And don't let the incredulity or the unbelief of somebody else make you shake or make you waver on what you know to be true through prayer, through fasting, and all those things that you have done to build up your inner man.
Into the air. I recommend that you don't hold on to anything. I definitely don't recommend looking down. I think we learned that lesson from Lot's wife.
So that's real, and Rapture 2025 has taken over my For You page, and I thought people were kidding, but no, there is a large group of people who believe that the rapture is happening on the 23rd. The woman in that first video is giving rapture tips, so don't look down, just embrace it. But there are some other videos, and you guys have to see them because I cannot believe that these are real videos. Now, the woman in the next video is very concerned about everybody who is going to be left behind. So she created an instruction manual for everybody. That way they can know what is going on.
It's just like a little flow chart. This one goes over what is happening, what they can expect, and then also like prepping.
Similarly, this woman made a video for people to watch. That way they can understand what actually happened. And she wants us to know that it wasn't aliens.
Are you seeing this video and wondering where all the people went? The people who disappeared or appeared to be unalived in a great mass are not abducted by aliens.
Now, next up, we have a man who has sold.
Yeah, so look, she said, what did she say? She actually prophesied without prophesying about. She talking about mass death. What does Second Esdras tell you? Okay, about men's invading another's household. All right, or woe to the women that are at ease. Okay, women are going to have it the worst here because their safety lies within the rule of law, and other men who uphold that rule of law. But what happens when people that look like her, your own people,
We're all
look just like you? Because those are the biggest perpetrators. Those are the biggest criminals. They love to point the finger at Jake. And Jake is, 2/3 of our people are pieces of shit. But who do they learn it from? They are of their father, the devil. They are of you. And the worst of it is what these women are going to get. So, if you pray for your family members, maybe the Lord will have mercy on them through you. I don't know. I'd like to believe that because the scriptures tell you, he wants to give you an expected end. And that's one of my prayers. It may be morbid that, if any of my family has to go, even if I have to go, and I believe we won't feel it. Let it be quick. Just end it. Just let it be quick so I can wake up again and get to work. All right. But, that's not what this is about here. We're gonna stick to the point. But yeah, she talking about where did all the people go? You're going to be laying in the street. You're not going up. Most people are going to be laying in the street. So the carnage that you see from Edomites over there in the land, what they're doing, that genos, the word, that's coming here. There's a lot of blood and dirt on the hands, or there's a lot of blood on the hands, of the daughter of Babylon, and there's a lot of blood on her skirt, on her quote unquote white dress. It should be off white, and there's a recompense coming. The scriptures were not lying when they tell you what you sow, you shall reap. That is for individual. That is for nation. Look at what happened to us, the true biblical Israelites. Look how low we have been over the last 500 years.
the people went. The people who disappeared or appeared to be unalived in a great mass are not abducted by aliens.
Now, next up, we have a man who has sold his car because he knows that he is no longer going to need it because he is about to be raptured. So he posted a video of his car getting towed away because he does not have a use for it anymore.
But she's gonna go. I won't need her beyond September because I'm going home.
And that one actually made me really sad because there are people out there who truly believe this to the core of their being, that they are no longer going to need their possessions after September 23rd, because some of these people have been listening to online Christian personalities or their pastors telling them that the rapture is coming, and they are making life-altering decisions based on these predictions.
In which I bet one of two or maybe both things are true, that the church is like, give us your money, some slick way of paying tithes because you won't need it. Step out on faith, trust in Jeebus, and give what you got. Let go of your worldly possessions if you truly believe. And they just giving the church. That's just a money grab for the church. Or two, it's some sort of psyop, and they're trying to get a read on how many gullible fools are out there. So when they do decide to execute some sort of, fake calling up into the sky, some manufactured thing, how many people can they get to believe it? How many people, the Genesis 3 tells you the serpent is more subtle than any beast of the field, right? And he still, even though his little season is coming to an end, he's still in it. So they got a little bit more deception to do, right? This is 1 Kings 22 and 21 through 23. I'm going to get it here. But it talks about the Lord sending a lying spirit, because hold on, get off, man. What did I say? 23. So let me get. Alright, I saw the Lord sitting on his throne and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. Right? So you got the left-handed spirits, you got the right-handed spirits, right? That's verse 19. And Yahweh said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? So he's planning a hit. This is a planned hit. However it gets done is how it gets done, but the will of the Lord gets done nonetheless. Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. And Yahweh said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him, and prevail. Go forth, and do so. Now therefore, behold, Yahweh hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these prophets, and Yahweh hath spoken evil concerning thee. Man, the Lord ain't nothing to play with. The Lord is cold, and this is the truth in its entirety. I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. I, the Lord, do all these things. And you see, we want to emphasize that there were spirits on his right and spirits on his left. Completely in order, doing the will of an omnipotent power. And all it takes is a little bit of reading. So you know there's lying spirits in them. Because all these scriptures are right here in the book, yet these people are literally, like this girl said here, like this young lady said here, making life-altering changes off the word of a lying spirit.
And lastly, I have seen a lot of sign-off videos of people letting us know that this is going to be their last video.
This is probably going to be my last video. This morning I woke up and I heard, have a nice flight.
I do not know how I ended up.
Or if they do end up, quote unquote, disappearing, who knows? They might be a part of some weird experiment. I don't know. Look, the times we going into, you don't know. Scriptures tell you about newly created spirits. Maybe they're going to use some weird sci-fi. They're going to use these bodies to put these newly created spirits in, that the Lord created, but he's allowing this devil to execute the way he executes. Who knows? Who freaking knows? Or we'll see you on the 25th when you uploading your videos, or maybe you just need to delete your account, because I don't think anybody going to let them live this down.
I want you to watch another one.
As I was going back to
Page, so get ready. It's a lot. So this one is actually kind of sweet. It is from the same lady who did the flow chart from the last video. So she has an entire basement of food for all of us who are going to be left behind. So whoever gets there first, good for you.
I put this little note up here, but this is our stockpile of food and stuff. So someone's going to be pretty sad.
I have been seeing several videos from Christians who are concerned about how people who are left behind are going to get the message and know what happened. So here are some of the ideas they've come up with.
Right. What about what did Uriel tell Esdras? How I think it's how the right. Don't worry about how the wicked are being punished. I think let's type it in like that. But how the righteous are saved. 2 Ezra 9 and 13. So let me just read. We're in 13. I'm sorry. But we need 2 Ezra 2 as well. So let's just go to 9. Straight to the point here. Actually, yeah. Let me get straight to the point, because I kind of spent a little time and I'm got to get back inside. Nope, we're going to read it. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. And this is verse 9. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. For as much as in their life has received benefits and have not known me, and they hath loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. So here's the point. And therefore be thou not curious on how the ungodly shall be punished, which is funny because the ungodly stockpiling, you gonna need that. But you whatever. But inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is and for whom the world is created. Okay. So we did 9. No, we need 2, I think, also, because I want to get that man waxing strong. I think it's 2nd Ezra 2. Where did I see it? 2 and 43. Okay. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and shall be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall not be able to do nothing against thee, saith Yahweh. All right, my hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. All right, so does that sound like somebody? That sounds like people, we're going to be in the midst of it. The righteous will be in the midst of it and be covered. So who's going up in the sky? All right, hey, man, whatever. And I'm going to get straight to the point here. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. Upon every one of their heads he set a crown, and was more exalted, which I marveled greatly. So I asked the angels and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of God, or Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms. And I said unto the angels, What person is that crowned them, and give them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God, Yahushua, whom they have confessed in the world. Then I began greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. So you're going to have to go through some things to stand stiffly. So who going where? Especially not y'all. And to me, and this may be a reach, but this is in my thought, that these Edomites want to believe that so bad because they don't want to take responsibility for the things that they've done, for the things that their nation have done throughout the earth. So they can just commit all manner of wickedness, all manner of atrocity, and just go up into the sky. And all is well now. Everything's good. I think psychologically, deep down, that is what they think. But boy, you are wrong. Goodness gracious, you could not be more wrong.
Don't forget to unlock your phone. A lot of people are writing letters or maybe even just doing things on their phone, like in the notes and whatever.
Leave a note on your mirror with a dry erase marker. When someone finally breaks into your house to see if you're okay.
Oh, they gonna break in. They gonna break in.
Someone will find the note. I'm okay. I'm with Jesus.
But maybe that's not it.
And you will be with your idol. Not in the way that you think. But you gonna go out bad and you gonna go out sad.
Enough for you. You want a full breakdown of what is about to happen. You need the timeline. Well, this guy has you covered. He has mapped it all out for us. And I felt the need to share it because he did mention my name, Jubilee.
Here's a timeline of the rapture and the order of events. Rapture will take place on September 22nd through the 24th. 70 Jubilees from when Israel entered the promised land.
And I think the number one...
Look at that. They got the wrong people, wrong timeline, wrong math equation. Unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. That's not the one.
Hi, this is probably going to be my last video.
Oh, wait.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just
Look at
gathering
that. And it's
evidence for the
144.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just gathering evidence for the 25th.
Guys, I'm saying goodbye to my car. I'm out for 5 years.
I am making this video because the Holy Spirit has put it on my heart to leave evidence for those who will be left behind